the introduction of Java from a newbie to someone who is comfortable in solving challenges or complex questions in Java. So, without much further ado, let's get started. We're going to start with the history of Java, just a brief history. So, we have to know that the Java programming language was created by Sun Microsystems in May 1995. The Java Development Kit, or the JDK, which includes a Java runtime environment, was used to introduce it. Java is an object-oriented programming language, which is also known as OOP. Hence, everything you do in Java has to include objects. Java is also platform independent, meaning that its code or its source code runs on many platforms without you having to modify it, as it just compiles its code into bytecode, which enables the application code to be deployed by programmers on the Java supporting platform. And for more information on this, you can check on the link that I've put here, so that we cut the video short and get to the more interesting task. So, Java, we have got the primitive data types, which are 8. So these Java data types are the int, float, byte, short, long, double, char. So these 8 primitive data types, you have to know them so that you know what you are doing and how you're coding. For instance, if you are to hold an integer, you're supposed to declare that a certain variable is to a reference variable is to hold an integer. If a certain variable is to hold a float, you're supposed to declare that that variable is supposed to hold a float. So under the integers, there are 4 types of integers, which are the byte, which is an 8-bit which is 8 bits long, and then we've got the short, which is 16 bits long. Then we've got the int, which is 32 bits long. Then we've got the long, which is 64 bits. To find the value range of each of the primitive types, we use the following formula: -2 to the power n minus 1 to 2 to the power n minus 1 minus 1. For example, if we've got a byte, we know that a byte is 8 bits long. So n here it represents the number of bits that your type holds. So we simply say 2 to the power 8 minus 1, and then 2 to the power n 8 minus 1 minus 1. That's the range that we get as -128 to 127. You can just try it on your calculator. So in object-oriented programming, we have the general concept that we have to know, that includes encapsulation, which refers to integrating data, that is the variables and code, that is methods, into a single unit, that is a class or an object. This is done to ensure safety from outside interference and misuse. And then we've got polymorphism, which refers to the ability of an object to take many forms. To put it simple, polymorphism allows Java to perform the same actions in many different ways. Inheritance is the process by which one object can acquire the properties of another object. I want you to think this in terms of human analogies or animal analogies, as we sometimes as humans inherit certain characteristics or properties from our parents during birth. And also talk about abstraction, which data abstraction is the process of hiding some information from the user and only displaying what is absolutely necessary. So in Java, abstract classes and interfaces can be used to achieve abstraction, according to w3schools.com. A class is like an object constructor, a blueprint or a blueprint for creating objects, according to w3schools.com. It is also a template that describes the kind of behavior and state that an object of this type supports. we have to also look at Java access modifiers. We have to know that access level modifiers determine whether other classes can use a particular field or invoke a particular method. So in Java, we have the following access modifiers, which is public, protected, default, and private. So here we're going to describe or discuss rather an overview of the accessibility of these modifiers. So a public modifier is accessible everywhere, that is within the Java universe, that is within the class, within the package, within the same package by subclass, and also outside package by subclass, global, that is within the whole Java universe. Protected is accessible everywhere, only except that it is not accessible globally, that is it is accessible within the class, within the package.
So here we're going to start our practical section. Here I'm just going to give you just a brief summary of what the lines are doing here, so that you can be acquainted with this syntax in Java. So on line 5 here, the keyword package here is used to tell the compiler that this file is stored within which package. For instance, we are saying that package Java Basics, so there must be a package Java Basics which contains this Java Basics file. So let's look at it. Java Basics file is stored within the Java Basics, of course. So, and here these are comments here. They are not executed by the compiler, so they are not actually compiled, if I may say that. So they are not compiled, hence are not executed. And here at author technocoder, it means that this actually file is written or was coded by technocoder. So as you know that I am technocoder, so that's why it's saying at author technocoder, because this is my device. So I'm writing using my device, so that's why you'll be saying at technocoder, at author technocoder. So here we've got the public class Java Basics. So this is a class which is actually public. This is an access modifier, public, meaning to say that it is available within the Java universe, that is in any other files that actually wants to use this file, they can use it, or in any other classes which are outside of this file, so they can use it. And also what you have to note is that we can only have one public class within a file. That's what you have to know. And also that the name of the class that you are having is supposed to, the name of the class which is public, or that your file is having, is supposed to match the name of the file that you save that you save as your file. For instance, we have got Java Basic with a capital J and capital B. As you note here, it's what capital J and capital B, Java Basics.java. So you have to take note of that also. And also here we've got a public static void main. So every class, every program in Java, in order for it to run, it has to have a main method. So this is the main method here, which means that this main method is public, that is accessible everywhere, and static, meaning to say that it belongs to the class, not to the object that actually is created from this class. And void is a return type, meaning to say that it returns nothing. So in order to run a Java program, we must have a main method. Every Java program starts running from the main method. That's what you are supposed to know. And here it takes as argument actually an array of string, which are actually the command line arguments, of which you are not under no obligation to know this right now, since what you just have to know is that in order to run our program, we are supposed to have this main method in our program. So without wasting much time, let's just get started. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to start coding this. I'm just going to delete this. Oh, sorry. I'm just going to start coding here. So I'm going to create an integer by saying int. So in Java we have to start by the type, then the variable name num1. I'm going to give it the value of, let's say, 4. And every statement in Java ends with a semicolon, remember. And now I'm going to print it to this console by system.out.println or line, whatsoever you want to call it. and then I'm going to print that variable num1. As you can see, I've got my variable here, so I'm going to say by pressing Ctrl S, and then I'm going to run this by clicking this run. Let's wait for it to run. As you can see, it has successfully run and printed the value 4 here. So you can try a lot of things. Let's say I have a variable of type double. Let's say double, which is a double precision floating point number. So I'm going to say f is equal to 2.34, whatever this number is, and like that. Let's print it instead of num1. Let's print f. Control S for save, and then run. As you can see, it will give us the value there. So I want you to experiment with other data types that we had, just to see if you are able to do some basic coding right into Java. So I will see you later on. So in this I was using the NetBeans Java IDE version 14. So it's not like you're only limited to this. You can use Eclipse, you can use any IDE of your choice that you use. Some people use IntelliJ, so it's up to you. I don't have that restriction to tell you what you're supposed to use. So I'm just using this so that I give you the demonstration thereof. So thank you for watching this video. If this video has been actually helpful to you, I would love it if you could just give me a thumbs up right in the comment section below, and recommend some information or some other things that you are not actually grasping, so that I might improve my videos to better suit you and to also accommodate your needs, so that you will be better served by these videos. So I want to thank you again for the support that you are giving me. Stay tuned for more videos that are coming right in the future. Thank you.